All right, I'm going to say Virgo rising and sun. This Capricorn new moon happening on the 21st is taking place in your fifth house. And this is a house of confidence, of feeling sure of yourself, of your gifts, of kind of what you offer and bring to the table in many ways. And this might be a time when you feel a little bit more challenged in that area, or where you feel challenged a little bit relationally. Because the focus, well, okay, sorry, there's a lot I want to say and I get tripped up. But whenever we have a full moon, the sun is opposite the moon. So the sun is in the area of your 11th house of friends, along with Venus and Mercury. And you would think that this would be really good because focus and energy is put into the friendship area, into our relationships, our ability to connect with others. However, this full moon squares Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces in the seventh house. And really, I feel like there's something going on here where you guys maybe are like misjudging things within relationships and distorting things within relationships. And we're all having the potential to distort things. But right now, for you, this is especially coming through in relationships. And this can also be in terms of your relationship with yourself and your own, again, like confidence and your own self-worth and believing in yourself. You could also be really distorted in that area. And kind of like seeing things that aren't there, or reading into things, or worrying about things and letting your fear get the best of you. And I really see that with this Ace of Wands in reverse next to the Judgment card. This is having a lack of sound judgment, a lack of logic that you're maybe like not fully listening to. And then the Judgment card can indicate being overly critical or having a lot of like doubt around what you know to be true. And so like maybe you normally have a good relationship with somebody, but then you start to feel like a lot of doubt around it, and you're kind of getting in your own head, and it's you reading into a situation more than necessary, or you being harder on yourself than you need to. And again, distorting the perception of this. And this could also be related to like work relationships, contracts, you and your like efficacy in that area. But a lot of you, it might be more personal relationships. But there's something here where you guys are like really, again, being overly judgmental of yourself or others or the situation, and not seeing things clearly. And I definitely see that with this central nervous system. This card is talking about the need to balance the head and the heart, because sometimes I think that we can get overly biased. And I think that that's what's happening here. And there can be some emotional bias, and it's necessary to bring in logic. And this is something really, really important, because your planetary ruler, Mercury, is currently in your 11th house, and it's squaring the nodes in the 2nd and 8th house axis. So there's something going on here where you're having to make some really important decisions and kind of like decide how you want to think about things. And even the way that you see yourself and see your life unfolding, because Mercury, again, really has to do with you. And with it squaring the nodes, it's saying, do you want to keep going down this path, or do you want to make a different kind of decision? Do you want to decide to approach it differently, view it differently, shake up the energy here? Because it seems like not only are you kind of distorting reality, but you might be making decisions based off of that, and it could, or you could be talking to yourself based off of that. And it's time to change the dialogue. It's time to change the inner dialogue and see things from a new perspective, because I feel like there's something that you might be like missing out on in a way with this Page of Wands and the new beginnings in reverse. It's like, I feel like there's something that you are really excited about the potential of, but then haven't like fully taken action on it yet, or you are talking yourself out of it, or talking yourself down in a way around something important in your life. This could be around a relationship, a friendship. This could be around a goal, something that you want to do with your time. It doesn't matter, but there's something where I feel like you need to apply equal sound logic to the emotions that you're experiencing and kind of reason with yourself around this, because you might be missing a really clear opportunity for you, or something that is really special that could be really beneficial for a new beginning, a new way of enjoying life. And so I feel like you don't want to miss out on that because you're distorting things and judging things to such a degree, yourself or others or situation, that you like don't realize the good that you have when you have it, basically. So another message that I have for you is the Five of Cups and the Empress card in reverse. So this has to deal with some kind of like disappointment that leads to a lack of trust. And so this, I think, is what this is playing off of, like a fear to have this new beginning, and a fear to like put yourself out there because, or to like say yes to something or move forward with something. And I feel like instead of moving forward, you're kind of thinking about things from maybe a fear or anxious or judgmental mindset. And I think it's linked to something in the past that could have been disappointing, that could have let you down or made you feel like you didn't trust the universe as much, or trust in the sense of abundance as much, or trust in your own potential as much. But there's a sense of like something happened in the past that has gotten you down, and now you're like overthinking, getting in your own head. And I think this could apply to more than one area. It could apply to relationships and work, is kind of the sense that I'm getting. With the Nine of Swords and the Moon card, again, this is really saying that kind of same message of you having like your, like seeing your worst nightmares in a way, but they are coming from the moon, which is in tarot a lot of things that are not really reality. They are hidden. They are like kind of unconscious fears that are blowing up within our mind, that are becoming bigger than they actually are. And that's what a square to Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces can do, is it can really play into the fantasy, the idealism, which is kind of the blissful part of delusion, or the nightmarish fears and the worst case scenarios. Your mind can play into either extreme of delusion. And I feel like in this case, it's kind of going into the nightmarish stuff. And with the Sun card, this might have to deal with your like life direction, your career, your confidence, your belief in yourself. Did I say career already? Yeah, I think it's kind of related to that. And it's like, I feel like the sun is trying to come out at this time. A new beginning is trying to emerge for you guys. And you're having to make some important decisions. But I think it's very important to balance your hysteria almost with logic, because it's going to, if you listen to that and you pay too much mind to that, it's going to lead you to make unwise decisions or miss out on opportunities that could be really beneficial for you. Let me pull an advice card. So Spirit, what advice do you have for Virgos? I feel like that was kind of the advice, but let me just see one more. We have the neuron, which is ruled by Mercury, and we have the skin, which is ruled by Venus and Capricorn. Okay. So the neuron. Also, I empathize because I am a Virgo rising. So I've been kind of going through this too. Okay, the neuron, open communication. Confident, clear, concise communicator, hardworking, observant, and a good listener. Others see you as reliable, trustworthy person who can get a task done quickly and efficiently to a high standard, which is super Virgo. You excel at your place of work and are cultivating and maintaining flourishing friendships and family relationships. So that's kind of like the goal here is this is what you should be doing. You should be kind of seeing how you are this person already. You can flourish within your relationships. You can work really hard and do quite well at your job, and to believe in yourself more. So it's kind of recognizing where you're already doing those things. The skin card is the other advice card. Boundaries, separation, and connection. Take some time for reflection to establish your boundaries. Set your boundaries early on and remain consistent. By having firm boundaries in place, this will allow you to communicate your needs clearly and succinctly to others without fear of repercussions. This will help strengthen your relationship with others and form a deeper connection. So yeah, I feel like part of the lesson here with Neptune in general tends to be around boundaries and where they might be lacking. So there's something in your life where you may be lacking the necessary boundaries in a connection or in relationship with yourself, where it's causing this leaky energy for everything to kind of spill out, to become contaminated, to become confused, and it can create a lack of self-care. It can create a lack of strength in the relationship as well when people are not clear on where they stand or how things should be. Things need to be contained. And skin is a permeable container. Things can enter into the skin, but there is still there's still a layer that will keep the things that really shouldn't enter into the skin out for the most part. So it's not that your boundaries can never shift and adapt, but that they're not rigid, but they are strong and they have a form that will help prevent things from becoming like leaky or contaminated or hurt, which is you can become hurt, or the relationship can become hurt by having unclear boundaries and roles. And so that's a really big piece of advice for you guys. And again, that's super common with the square to Neptune in the 7th, where this might become really, really obvious for you in your relationships, where you need to kind of put your foot down in a way and make it very clear around what the expectations are and be consistent with that. I think the consistency and the firmness is absolutely key. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Virgo rising. I hope that resonates for you. If it does, I'd love to hear your comments down below. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends. And if you want a reading from me, check me out at cosmicclearastrology.com in the description box down below. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.